What's good with y'all? For this ambidextrous drawing video, I started this one off by drawing a bunch of statues, an angel statue being the first one I drew with both of my hands. I did this one with the intention of kind of blending some ideas that I had the other night whenever I drew a gargoyle. I happened to just see like a lot of Gothic architecture and it really inspired me to just look into some more references. But with that said, I ended up drawing out her arms. But as I had already mentioned, because it was a statue, I wanted there to be like a consistent level of color going all throughout the drawing. I didn't really press down that hard with this first drawing. To me, it gave the drawing more of this hazy look. I thought it looked cool. Once that was done, I went ahead and drew in where the other wing was going to fall into place. I wanted for each part to be more distinct, so I made sure I pressed just to give it that level of separation from where her arms were and the wings were. The next thing I ended up drawing out, I found this other picture of a gargoyle statue, and I went ahead and drew it out. Both of its wings were extended outwards, and it was positioned as if it was sitting on the side of a wall or something like that. It was so crazy because I ended up kind of going down a rabbit hole with this one, and I ended up making the stand it was sitting on look extra detailed. But as I got done with that first gargoyle, I went ahead and drew another one too. This other one, the wings weren't extended out like that one, but it was also positioned as if it was sitting on the stand. And as I said before, I wanted this one to kind of have like a Halloween element to it. But funnily enough, I kind of noticed this one took more of like a Gothic cathedral kind of feel as everything else came together. Behind where I drew in the first angel statue, I went ahead and drew in the face of a raven too. I kept this one extra scribbly and I kept the form kind of loose. But as I had already kind of pointed out earlier, this one took more of like a scenic feel as I ended up going through and just drawing in a bunch of flowers. I didn't want for there to be such huge gaps in between all of the drawings. I wanted there to be a sense of unity in between this one. And as I said before, I wasn't really trying to have that cathedral feel at first. It's kind of like I have all the elements of the cathedral without drawing the cathedral itself. Once I got done drawing that second bunch of flowers, I went more towards the side of the page and then I drew in the face of a skull. As I was scrolling through looking for more references, I ended up finding these pictures of these crosses. They stood out to me because they had seemed as if they were worn down a bit. I thought that matched the perfect little feel and I was going for this one. More towards the upper right of the page, I went through and I drew in this dimly lit candle. As I was going through drawing it, I felt like it really brought the atmosphere of this one together. In some of that open space right behind where I drew in the first gargoyle, I found this picture of this detailed gate. Kind of like the candle, I thought it really brought everything together, especially since it was like spiked and stuff. I later went down and I drew in some more of the crosses that I started with in the first one, but I really liked these because of how detailed and worn down they looked. It added a level of life to these, if that makes any sense. Like everything came together and it really formed this whole idea. It was so crazy because I realized that I drew all the elements of the cathedral without actually drawing the cathedral itself. With that said though, here's for the red lens, and now for the blue. Let me know what y'all think about this one down below, and if you're interested in seeing more, don't forget to like and follow, and I will see y'all in the next one.